cafe. Anyway,
Mike's Daily Podcast.
1,849, 1849. That's how many episodes I have done on this show that is called
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hey, have you spent day upon day upon day flirting with someone and then you realize you're kind of dumb because you flirted all that time and you wasted all that time and nothing happened. So why did you flirt all that time? And that's kind of
Mike's Daily Podcast.
the question I have to ask a particular person who I saw flirting with someone. And it made me think,
Mike's
maybe
Daily
you're wasting your time, dude.
Podcast.
But yet they talked. Well, I mean, she hung around too. They both talked back and forth. So I don't know. What's that mean? Does that mean that there's love forming? Is there an explosion of amour? Isn't it funny, flirting, how some people make us do things? And that was the last topic on the last show, was how some people, they have a control over us. They cause us to feel feelings. Oh, no, Mike, you cause yourself to feel those feelings. No, they do it. It's their fault. I blame them. And when you fall in love, and you are, you're talking to each other and suddenly you realize that hours have gone by. Perhaps it's time to take the plunge. Hey, what are you doing for dinner? And there you go. Off you are. Although there are a lot of what we call ghostings. Things that didn't actually, we thought there was something there, but no. And believe me, when you're a nice, talkative dude as myself, that happens often. You'll be there, you meet someone at a restaurant, you're eating alone, she's eating alone, you're talking away, talking about all kinds of things.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Talking about music, for example, and having a great conversation. Oh, she has a dog, you have a dog, you talk. And then what? Okay, good night. What? What's your phone number? That's the question some men forget to ask. Or they ask it in such an awkward way, the woman doesn't want to give him the number. The woman's not interested. You know how it is. You know how it goes. The podcast picture today is Steve Wozniak. That guy, the Woz. Because it was how many years ago that I went to this graduation? The girl that just said, here's today's podcast picture. She graduated from college on this date. Basil's trying to tell me the time, but I don't speak dog. Oh, I do a little bit. Let's see. 6 years ago. Wow. She's been out of college for 6 years. So she graduated at Berkeley, and the Woz gave the commencement speech. And so I have a picture of him up on the Jumbotron, and you can see that picture now at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Kind of sad, because one of the people that was there with us that day was Ariel's uncle, and he is no longer with us. It's very sad. And if you would have told me 6 years on he wouldn't be here, I would have said, no. What? How is that even possible? But 6 years on, well, will you be there? Will you be here? I'm hoping you'll be here. I'm hoping I'll be here and still podcasting and maybe up to 2849, or whatever this show is. At any rate. So, I'm fine with people flirting. That's okay. That's all right. And I hope you find love and the great relationships that have lasted for decades upon decades, started with a little flirting. Who knows if they flirt still? That's the big question. That's the big debate. I don't know. My relationship has so far only gone over a year. But I'm still in love, and I'm still having a wonderful time, and she is too, and that's great, and I hope it lasts forever. And Basil the Boxer likes her. But the thing is, is we never know until we take a chance, right? Take a chance on me. Da, 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 da. By the way, I'm going to be playing ABBA and other great songs from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. And oh, the O's. Don't forget the O's. Don't forget, somewhere in the late O's was a little-known band in the late O's known as the Zac Brown Band. Because I'm chicken fried. Yeah, that was in the late 2009, wasn't it? What band was I thinking about from the late O's that I had forgotten? Was it Finger 11? They were kind of mid O's. Oh, Lady Antebellum. That's right. Okay, so Lady Antebellum. It's 1:15. I'm a little dumb and I need you now. That's how it goes, right? The guy who plays that awesome guitar solo in that, I don't care what you think about that song. You may think it's hokey, schmaltzy crap, but it has an awesome guitar solo in it. I love it. It's very reminiscent of like the 80s guitar solo hits from bands like Starship, and it's got kind of a Journey thing going on. It was a guy that was not in the band. So it was something Jim something, but he was not in Lady Antebellum. But session musician out of Nashville, and did a nice shredding guitar solo for that song. Okay, Lady Antebellum. Thank you. Back to flirting. Back to 2010. All those songs. Actually, I'm going to play Lady Antebellum on my morning show tomorrow. I know it. I can see it. I foresee it happening. Which brings me to other things that people do to you. And if you can't handle your emotions well, maybe managing is not for you. Any kind of management position. It drives me nuts. But at the same time, I enjoy it. Because all my life I've been pushed towards a management position. And the last time I did it in I guess it was the late O's, things went wrong, and I was in a state I wasn't used to. I was working with people that I didn't hire. I was working for a company that was going through all kinds of changes. It wasn't good. I like the company I work for now, and I like the people that work for me, and for the most part, they listen to what I ask them to do, and they do a really good job. But sometimes things happen, and something happened last night that just blew up. It blew up last night, and I was hoping don't blow up tomorrow. Oh, it blew up as we go outside a cafe. Anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast over to podcaster Valentino today. It blew up, and I'm one of these managers that I nip it in the bud right away. I go, you're wasting my time, staff. When you're wasting my time not only by allowing things like this happen, but I know what's going on. I know that you're on your stupid YouTube watching stupid anime or people playing video games or Star Trek. I don't know. You're watching idiotic stuff. I know. When I have time off, never at my current job that I manage at, but if I ever have time off and I'm on YouTube, I'll watch the stuff on Doctor Who. I find it fascinating. But don't kill my life because you wasted time. You're wasting my time. You are watching stupid YouTube and not paying attention to what needs to be done and not listening and remembering things that I have told you, and it drives me nuts. So I fired off a mean old email today, which if you were to read it right now, you'd probably go, that's the nicest, kindest email I've ever seen from a manager to his staff. Well, I know they're good guys, but something flew through the, little things that are supposed to be the safeguards. Just right through. All right. So people make us upset. People make us fall in love. People flirt. I don't believe anymore. Well, I don't flirt anymore because, how are you doing? You're beautiful, by the way. You look really good, and thanks for listening to the podcast, and you can listen whenever you want. But still, flirting. Oh, I guess what was annoying about the whole flirting thing was this guy was flirting with this woman forever, and And they were doing it right next to where I was doing a little bit of work, and it was so dang loud, I couldn't get any work done. It was like, shut up, go out with her, kiss her, I don't know, kiss him, make a date, move on, get away from here. Because when people flirt, they get louder and louder and louder. I don't know if you've noticed this, or if it's the excitement level going on or something. What are your thoughts? 336MM Daily. That's 336MM Daily. I didn't even review Game of Thrones yet, and the finale is tomorrow night. Okay, listen. My lovely lady friend made me, because people make you do things, by the way, that you can completely disagree with me. That's all right. But she said, come on, let's watch some Game of Thrones. And because I have made her watch so many episodes of Doctor Who, and some actual bad ones too, and I apologize for that, I said, all right, Game of Thrones, let's watch it. And I saw the first episode of the new season. This is what I thought. I have watched a lot of British television, going back in time to Agatha Christie's Mrs. Marple, back when they were doing that in the 80s. Or what's that other one? The other Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot with Dave Suchet. Then I watched, of course, a ton of Doctor Who. And basically all kinds of shows that were never meant for American consumption. Downton Abbey was kind of meant for American consumption because it was made with public broadcasting, PBS. And they said, can you kind of dumb it down for Americans? And they said, sure. But Game of Thrones is so American. When you watch that as an American who watches all kinds of things British, and you see that show, you go, okay, I understand. George, what's-his-face, who wrote the whole Game of Thrones book, is from New Jersey, and I completely understand why Game of Thrones, done by HBO, is so American, and it includes all of these British actors that I've seen on Doctor Who. It's the same way Harry Potter is so Americanized. Oh my God. It's like British people going, I have to actually read this American written drivel. Why must you force me to do it? Oh, because you give me so many American dollars. So much American money. And Game of Thrones, okay, all these British actors. And fantastic special effects, I'll grant you that. And some interesting storylines with, I guess there's okay, I didn't even realize this until I started watching it. And okay, Mike, yeah, you're just a Johnny-come-lately. Who cares about you? You're not a real fan. Well, even the real fans aren't fans anymore because the guy, George What's-His-Face, isn't writing it anymore. And the fans are upset. They're writing a petition. They're trying to, I guess, pull it off TV or have them redo it or some stupid thing. So HBO makes Game of Thrones. An American company is making this show. And it is so Americanized. It makes me, it's what bugs me is when I'm watching it and I see these British actors that have done all this British television that's so Britishy, and I can see how they're dumbing it down for the Americans, how they're Americanizing it. And the dialogue is awful. Oh, God. Game of Thrones. The girl with the white hair with the braids, and so people are saying to her, oh, you have dragons. What does a dragon eat? And she goes, whatever it wants to. Oh, well, quiet. Oh, clever HBO television show everyone watches. Oh. And then later on, how do you ride a dragon? However way you can. Oh my God. This is what people are raving about? I can't wait till the show ends tomorrow night. Ugh! What do you think? 336MM Daily. 336MM Daily, or email me MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. All right. I guess the guy who was flirting with the gal irritated me a little bit at the end because he was sucking so much of my time. And then also because, well, he said a little thing at the end. And if he's listening right now, he knows what he said. And that really miffed me. At any rate, people don't have any control over you. Let that go. Let that go. Unless it's love, then let that control you, because love should control everything. Love should conquer all. Thank you. Hey, look who else is here outside a cafe anyway, and this is fascinating because they're people I was just thinking about. Hi, Mike. It's Benita, the rodeo queen. How y'all doing?
It's a disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what.
What?
You know that rodeo in Castro Valley at the Rowell Ranch went on anyway, even though it was pouring down rain in the Bay Area?
I know. It's amazing all this rain we're getting in May in the Bay Area, and the rodeo, which usually takes place during nice warm conditions, beautiful weather, it was rained on all day, and there were tons of cars out there. Amazing. But they weren't able to put up their huge obnoxious American flag that hangs from a crane and causes cars to get into accidents on 580. Look who else is here.
Hi, Mike. I make the delicious root beer. Have some right now, I'll tell you.
All right. Hey, we'll wrap up the show right now because I need to get going. I need to do a bunch of stuff in an hour and 20 minutes. How am I going to do that? I don't know, but I got to get it done. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day. If you're listening to this after Game of Thrones and you know how it ended, you're probably as underwhelmed as the rest of the world, and don't feel bad about that. Thanks for listening. MikesDailyPodcast.com. Ariel, who graduated 6 years ago today, will finish off the rest. Next show, Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!